We open the box. We are going to have a lot of stuff in here. You have your little stickers and warranties and stuff like that. Here's the actual filter itself with the removable base. And it's also going to have, once we get the plastic off of here, you can see that it does have a mounting bracket for attaching anywhere in your RV with 3 screws that are included. So that's kind of nice, and you can take that off if you'd like. Owner's manual there for how to set it up and all what it does, all the filter requirements and things. Now here's the accessory kit, which I really like. This is where this unit really shines. Now, you can see it has these little brackets that are going to make the base plate stand in case you want to sit it upright outside your RV. And then it comes with 3 little tent stakes to keep it stationary, which is cool. 40 to 50 PSI pressure regulator, which is great. Wrenches to open up and change the internal filter. And a nice length of braided hose, and also some friction tape, just to kind of make sure you don't have any leaks. So setting up the base plate here, you can see you just put in these little metal stands. You pop those in, pretty easy, takes just a couple of seconds. And once you have that done, you have a nice big sturdy little base platform that the filter just slides right into. Now we're going to go ahead and make sure that it's not going to get knocked over by wind or anything else, or flexing of the hose, by putting in these 3 tent stakes. And that's going to make sure it's secured to the ground and it's not going to go anywhere. We're just going to hammer those in. And once we get those nice and hammered in, it's really going to secure the entire thing to the ground, so nothing is going to knock it over. And if you hit a rock, you just have to do it again. There we go, different direction. Okay. So once we have this thing completely secured, get the back one a little bit better there. There we go. So once you have it nice and sturdy, we're going to use the pressure regulator here. This is a 40 to 50 PSI pressure regulator. And inside that bag, you have your mounting screws for the other brackets, so don't throw that packaging away. That does have a rubber gasket on the outside and a screen. But for the inside connection, which is just threads, we want to use a little bit of that thread tape just to make sure that we're not going to have any leaks out there, no little droplets or anything getting out of there. So we're going to wrap that about 3 times. And then break that off and screw that in. And with this particular install with the thread tape, I didn't even have to use a wrench to really put this in super hard. I just used my hand and kept turning until it stopped turning, and we didn't have a single leak when we did the taste test later. So now we're going to hook up our braided hose. Now this does have a rubber gasket, so there's no need for thread tape. And we're just going to screw that on hand tight. And then we're going to screw that right into the city water connection on our RV, and that's going to feed directly into our system. It's going to bypass our freshwater tank and all that stuff. Now we're going to hook up, I'm using a garden hose, but in the RV park you're probably going to have a freshwater drinking hose for the RV, but this is what I had at the moment. But that's the basic setup. That's what it's going to look like. And now you've got filtered water feeding right into your entire RV, which is great. You could also fill up your freshwater tank just by putting an adapter at the end of that braided hose and filling up your freshwater tank. So that's pretty cool. You can use it for whatever you want. And don't forget, with that bracket, you can put that inside your water compartment and you don't need the base at all.